Thanks. So I picked this topic because I realized two of the participants, right, Seven Edu and Kevin, they are running an existing business, right? And both of them have a successful business. Uh, Now their intent is to scale it. Uh, I mean, it is interesting to understand how a business differs from a startup. So, what does it take to be a business, or what does it take to be a startup? Both of them are related with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means doing something on our own. It could be a business or it could be a startup. So, let's start with the first thing. So a business is basically looking at a traditional models of doing business, right? Something already exists very similar to that, and something is already proven. Something is being run by someone else, maybe in a different model, maybe in a different style, but everything related to that business is already known to the entrepreneur who is starting the new business. So because of that, the risk is very low. The risk of failure is low because even before the entrepreneur starts a business, he tries to understand what are the problems, where is the market, what is the best way to position his business, and where are the customers available. So he can evaluate every aspect related to that business just to reduce the risk and then go and start a business. Whereas in a startup, everything starts with an idea which is trying to discover something new. It could be a product or a service. It is trying to build something innovative, something disruptive, something which is not existing today. So a startup starts with a problem. A founder thinks that he discovered a problem or he has a need for a certain set of customers, then he starts chasing that idea because it is unknown, because the business, the way that particular business will evolve, or the way that particular idea will mature into revenue or to bring returns, the risks are extremely high. So, in case of a business, the risk is very low because everything related to business is known. But whereas in case of a startup, the risk is extremely high. And now let it look at the business model, right? So when somebody, basically the business model defines the way you are able to address the needs of the customers and create a value for them, and in return you generate revenues for the company. So if you look into the traditional businesses, entrepreneurial businesses, even it could be small business, medium business, dealerships, distributorships, partnerships, all these traditional models are built around uh, a very well known and very well tested models. So the model which is being adapted for a new business picks up from one of the existing models. So they find out like how other businesses are performing in the same space. They try to tweak it a bit and they go and use the similar model just to reduce the risk and just to be successful. So typically these businesses are adapting an existing model. So compared to that, what startup is doing? Startup, because everything is built around an idea, built around an innovation, built around a disruption, even the business models are pretty new because only then they will be able to position themselves uniquely in the market, and then only they will be able to acquire customers at a very rapid pace and also acquire or uh, get investors interested in their idea so that they're able to scale very fast. So the business models are completely different when you compare between a business and a startup. The next thing is the growth. When you look into a traditional business, the growth is gradual, right? And also your growth of the business is related to the capital you employ, the amount of money you put into the business. If there is an opportunity, you keep putting money into it, you keep acquiring customers, then your business grows at a linear level, at a linear scale. Right? Unlike that, when you look into the startup, if your idea really gains traction, if your idea really matures into the amazing thing, product or a service which the customers don't have today, the markets don't have today, then you see an exponential growth in that startup. So the growth probability of growth in case of a business is very linear, whereas in case of a startup, there is heavy probability of having exponential growth. So that is the reason why so much of capital is chasing startups. So why doesn't just now we heard about debt financing? Why doesn't capital go and chase traditional business? Because traditional businesses have a finite growth. I mean, beyond a point they cannot scale, despite how much ever capital you employ. Whereas in case of a startup, there is a high probability that you have exponential growth if your business model kicks off, or if your idea is able to impress the customers in the market. The next thing is the success, right? When you're starting a business, your mindset is always about long-term profitability. You don't look at short-term gains. When somebody is starting a business, he's not looking at an exit. He's not looking at an acquisition. He's thinking that, okay, I'll set it up to stay in the market for a long time. And also his entire approach towards profit, approach towards scaling the business is looking into the future for a longer period. Whereas in case of a startup, it is very clear, like when you start with an idea, when you start with a new proposition, some innovation, your lifetime is very short. Whether you are able to prove the model, whether you are able to prove that your idea holds ground, whether you are able to attract investors and scale it, or you shut it down. So in terms of success, that startups have to get to the point of success very quickly so that they are able to acquire external investments to scale the company, to gain the further traction and become market leaders. Whereas in case of a business, the success is defined over longer periods of time. Now, typically what happens in businesses? Businesses are traditional models, right? No one is really trying to do disruptions in businesses. So they just follow the traditional models. They just pick the gaps in the market. They pick demands in the market and go and establish these traditional businesses. They are not doing any innovation. They may do innovation in terms of serving better or innovation in terms of being more customer centric, but these are little tweaks in the business. Whereas in case of a startup, the entire fundamental principle of startup is innovation and disruption. They are not looking at how do I go and capture the demand in the market. They are looking at how do I go and create a demand in the market. So the entire approach of startup is towards disruptions and innovations, and go and create massive scales of markets which they can leverage and grow exponentially over a period of time. The next thing is framework. If you look into traditional businesses, most of the traditional businesses are run in a orthodox way and also in a structure which is accepted by the market. Even regulators play a role in traditional businesses. So you don't have much leeway there to play around with the laws or the rules of the game. And you have to follow those things which have been set in the market. Unlike them, the startups are coming to disrupt, right? Because they are disruptive, they are beyond what is existing today in the market. So they can do innovation, they can create some new ways of acquiring customers or acquiring traction, which could even sort of sidetrack or sidestep the regulations. For example, you take Uber, right? When Uber came, the traditional taxi business could not do much, whereas because they were bound by the framework and the regulations. Whereas Uber came and disrupted the entire transportation, right? And even the taxi guys who were holding the entire market could not do much against Uber. And even the regulators could not react quickly against Uber because they thought that this may be a small innovation, this may be a short life business, but eventually it grew into a monster. And by the time the regulators really caught up with Uber, by the time the startup has established itself with massive traction and growth. Now, the the last difference between a business and a startup is the way of execution. When you look at the traditional businesses, when we are looking at profitability or productivity, we are always looking at efficiency, using less number of people or, uh, being very efficient in delivering service so that we are able to make more profits. The entire focus is towards profitability, efficiency, productivity. We are not really trying to go and do much of a disruption or innovation in traditional businesses. Whereas if you look at startups, they are not looking at efficiencies, but they are focused on effectiveness. Why we really need to be effective in terms of execution in a startup is because that is what defines the survival of the company. Because in a startup, few things are very finite. Your efforts, what you can put in, the time you have to make it work, and also the amount of capital you have in a startup, right? Because these things are finite, you have to be really effective to deliver the value and acquire customers in a very short time. So that's the reason why you have to be very effective in your execution. So unless you are very agile and effective and dynamic in your execution, your startup will not be successful. So just to summarize, I want to talk about this because two of the startups in this cohort came with a business background. It is a constant conflict between the way we have been surviving for the last couple of years and still being successful, and the way now we want to look at the future or pursue the growth from now on, right? So when you start looking into this, how do you disconnect from the business way of thinking and start looking at a very aggressive, ambitious, and disruptive way of looking into the future to really be a startup? So being a startup, it is not a short-term journey because even after you get some traction, even after you are successful for a while, you can continue to exist as a startup. If you look into the companies like Google, some of the large entities, they continue to, though they are very established companies, still they continue to work in a startup mode. So it's not that startup is just a certain phase of business, but maintaining innovation, maintaining disruption, and maintaining market leadership will always want you to continue to behave and perform in a startup culture and in a startup environment. So, just to summarize, the difference between a business and a startup is low risk versus high risk, existing model versus new business models, linear growth versus exponential growth, and long-term thinking versus short-term thinking, traditional way of doing business versus innovation, a rigid fixed frameworks versus very flexible frameworks where you keep on pivoting to find the right framework, and it is efficiency versus effectiveness in your execution. It is not about being profitable in your execution, but it is being extremely effective so that you can create huge traction in the market. So this is a difference. So I'll stop here and maybe we can have some questions. Then we move on to the next topic.